Bonjour Gemini and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your January messages from your ancestors reading. So I hope you're doing well and that you've had a good month so far. In this kind of readings, if you're new to the channel, I channel messages from your ancestors and from passed on loved ones. So please do bear in mind this is a general reading and some messages may resonate and others may not. So just, take what resonates and drop the rest. I'm going to be using quite a few decks and all of them I have reviewed on my channel, so I will drop you a link in the description box below if you would like to check out the artwork and find the info on how to get them for yourselves. So I'm going to start by grabbing a few messages from a couple of oracle decks. If you would like to connect to the energies of my deck, now is the time to take a couple of deep breaths whilst I shuffle it. So what do my Gemini Aquarians need to hear from their ancestors in January, please? What do they need to hear for their highest good? So I take these two cards right here, and then I'm going to take one from this deck. And this one. Okay. So let's see what we have. We have card 13, Authenticity. And card 31, Connection. And with that, we have last quarter moon in Sagittarius, Practice Gratitude. Okay. So with the card of Authenticity, this is a message I'm getting that there's a wind of change coming your way. And it's very important that you are honest with yourself. That's coming out very, very clearly. Now, Authenticity is card 13, which is number 4 in numerology. And this is talking about strong foundations and stability. You cannot build anything stable and that's going to last a long time unless you have strong foundations. You can also see, with the color scheme of this card, this is really talking about earthy colors. So really getting back in touch with yourself and making sure that whatever decision you make and every time that you communicate with somebody, you are true to yourself, is what I'm saying. And this is to do with a connection. Now, and again, it's interesting because connection is 31, and if you look at it, these are mirror number. There's 13 here, I don't know if you can see it, 13 and 31, so 4. Again, strong foundation, stability, and this is a card of connection. So for some of you, this has to do with a relationship, and could be romantic, or at least someone you've known for a long time, maybe even a dear friend is what I'm hearing. But for others, I'm seeing the connection as a message to be true to yourself and your higher self. In other words, we have our conscious self and our higher self, and it's very important that what you do in the 3D realm is in line with the path that your higher self has for you. And so in this case, the connection is to do with this relationship that you have with your higher self, and whether you are being or not authentic to what your life purpose is, why you came on this planet, what did you come on this planet to experience, and how you grow. But for others, it will be to do with, a significant relationship, whether we're talking deep friend, which I'm getting the energy very strongly, or whether we're talking about a committed relationship, a romantic relationship, which I'm also getting. And you've got this practice gratitude. So it's funny because I've noticed online a lot, everyone is talking about the secret sauce to manifest things in your life, and they're all saying gratitude is the secret sauce, and it makes me chuckle because this is one of the things that I've seen that is trending at the moment. But gratitude is a higher level of vibration. And when we are in a state of gratitude, we feel this intense peace and tranquility within ourselves, and that's why it raises our vibrations. Now, some people go down the rabbit hole and will say, well, I don't have anything to be grateful for. There is always something to be grateful for. So I find, even in the darkest hours, it can be anything from having a roof over your head, even though you don't own it, maybe you're renting it, but hey, at least you have somewhere to live, the food you put on the table. But it can also be, the unconditional love of your dog, the fact that you live in a country that's not at war, um, the fact that you are not, I was going to say something less extreme than that, but they're saying you're not being tortured in your country. So that's something that needed to be said. You're not starving. Practice gratitude. Remind yourself of what you've got in your life. Is very important, because when you communicate with someone and you make a decision, but you are in a position, in a place of gratitude, you always make the right choice. You also speak more kindly. You become more understanding. It's everything that comes from gratitude, basically, is more positive. Obviously, if you are in a place of hate, the words will be sharper. Everything will be harsher, if you see what I'm saying. So the advice from your ancestors really is saying you have something to be grateful for. Please remember this, and don't take anything for granted, is the other message I'm getting. So anyway, let's grab the tarot and clarify all of this. And I'm really getting the message, since, Gemini, you are a dual sign, and I'm really seeing the two aspects of you here with the connection thing. There is a real need to be honest with yourself. So we have the Four of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Well, that's a lot of cups energy. And bottom of the deck we have Temperance. Okay, so Temperance is an energy of patience and moderation in everything. For some of you, I have to say it because it won't leave my head until I say it. If you feel angry at somebody for being in a specific situation, or something they said, or you feel like it's their fault you are in a specific situation, your ancestors are saying, please don't feel this way, because the Temperance card is here to say no excess, no anger. Everything happens for a reason and in a timely manner. We are being watched over by our spirit guides, by our ancestors, by our angels, and the Temperance card is here to remind you of this. Be temperate in your thoughts, be temperate in your words, be temperate in your actions, but particularly your words, as your ruler is Mercury, and this is to do with communication and speech. So you are also a sign that's very witty, and you can hurt people with your words, so they're saying be careful. Now, everything is to do with the cups, which means it's all to do with your feelings, your emotion. And I can see with the Four Cups being here that you're feeling a bit blasé, you may feel bored, and that's what happens when we are in some kind of familiar everyday life. We are routine creatures, programmed as such as human beings anyways, and after a while we start taking things for granted, for instance, and then it becomes stale, it becomes boring. So there may be a bit of an element for that. Otherwise, this card can talk about the fact that, this is how you're feeling, but you've not really been honest with yourself about it, and you can feel the change coming. You see, this is the wind of change in the card, and it's about recognizing that this is, you know, how you feel. Now, I am very struck by the fact that you've got the offer here, or the news or the message, and it's coming from the Page of Cups right there, and then it moves on to the Knight of Cups. So to me, there is like a clear escalation of you know, even maybe ignoring this, and your ancestors saying, when this bit of news comes in, because this represents news and messages, the pages, and this is the news that has a potential of making you very happy, you know, emotional fulfillment is what the cup suit is about. So when this new direction comes in, or this message comes in, please be authentic, be honest to yourself and how you feel about it, because there's definitely an offer coming your way with the Knight of Cups. The Knight is movement forward, action taking, and the Knight of Cups is somebody who brings you an offer that has the potential to fulfill you emotionally, and this may come through some kind of message that comes your way, whether it's an email, whether it's, you know, a phone call, someone comes to you, you know, it could even be an impromptu encounter. You bump into something and boom, this happens. For some of you, I'm also getting a message of a change of career that's being offered, and you having to reconcile your higher self and your conscious self, and being honest about what it is you want to achieve. The other thing is, this may be a love offer for some of you, and you know, you may be in two minds about it, literally. And the advice, again, is to make the decision from a place of gratitude and being true to yourself, to who you are, whatever you do. Because the cup represents your ideal life. So whether it's an ideal romantic relationship, the career that you're pursuing, where you want to live, whatever the case may be, there's a clear message here of you ignoring the offer, or feeling bored, or just considering it, but the message is coming and the offer is definitely here. The other message I'm getting is, if you stay true to yourself and you are in a place of gratitude where you are very grateful for what you've got, a new offer will come your way. That's the other message I'm getting. So take what resonates. So I'm going to close out your reading by pulling out a forest card for you. I will read you the guidance from the guidebook because it's a short paragraph and it's very instructive and enlightening actually. So can we have a closing message for my lovely Gemini Aquarians, please? So you have Sugilite, nurturing. So let me show you the gorgeous artwork and all the purple tones. And I'm going to grab the guidebook. Okay, so let me hold it here so you can see it. Watch as the lightning injects new, positive energies into your world, releasing you from stagnant thought and habit and burning away negative attachments. You see, this is this Four of Cups energy with the energy of the wind of change in the authenticity card just above it. There's a lot going on in a Sugilite forest. Spend time in meditation here and will nurture... That doesn't make sense. Spend time in meditation here and it will nurture your sense of authenticity and courage to live life on your own terms. If you work with psychic and visioning, Sugilite is especially powerful in enhancing these abilities, allowing you to further connect with higher energy. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If you found this message helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I'm so humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a truly wonderful end of the month, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.